Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of CGL's Collectibles. I'm glad to be back. It's been a while since I've been on camera. I do have a good one for you guys today. We're going to go over close to 200 comic books. Maybe we're a little under, a little over 200 vintage comic books that have been purchased over the last 2 weeks. Some in person, some online. It'll be a lot of fun. I'll also be sharing how much I paid for everything. Without wasting too much time, let's get right into the comic books. Alright guys, so I do apologize. Some of this stuff was not captured on camera. I'm actually having some technical issues with that. I lost my my little chips that keep all the video footage, so I got to replace them with new ones. But as I said, this first batch of comic books, $15 for 60 comics. This came out of a yard sale. In the past, historically, I personally have not done good with yard sales. It's not been an area that I've succeeded in. Believe it or not, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I'm a huge fan of them. I'm sure some of you guys are too. A lot of YouTube videos of guys doing garage sale finds. I don't know if it's the geography that I'm in. I don't know if it's something in the water, but around here, there's not too many great yard sales. But this was one that my brother discovered. He was actually out doing his thing. He'll stop at yard sales every once in a while and pick out his own unique kind of items. But he texted a picture to my dad and myself that there were comics at this yard sale, and yeah, we ended up getting 60 of them for $15, so a really good price. I don't think you can really go wrong with that considering the titles. I mean, this is a lot of Marvel, DC superhero stuff, a lot of Batman, some Wolverine covers here. Really awesome buy for whatever that amounts out to. What is it, a quarter a piece basically. And we'll just go through all of them here, kind of book by book. I did say that there was about 200 comics in here, but it's probably more than that. We're probably getting closer to the 300 number. But if anybody wants to count as we go, be my guest. This is a really awesome, amazing Spider-Man 275, 37-page big book. Black suit Spider-Man versus Hobgoblin right on the cover. Awesome. And here's, I'm sure, a piece to that story. Justice is served. And you see a lot of good stuff for 50 cents a piece. A lot of great titles. Amazing Spider-Man. Here's some Thor books. Some of these are bad. Most of them are bagged. Some of them have boards, but some of them are not either one of them. But I mean, hey, for 25 cents a piece, there's Thor versus the Fire Lord. Thor 272. It's a little nicked up, but it's all right. Awesome book for me. This is one of my favorite covers. Thor 429, Thor versus Juggernaut. You guys might know the Juggernaut is my favorite villain, maybe my favorite character in Marvel Comics. I don't know if I'm my favorite character. I think I'd still give that edge to the Hulk, but Juggernaut's my favorite villain. Here's some Avengers titles. Some of these I never heard of. The Avengers, the Evolutionary War. It looks a little newer than some of the stuff that I'm used to. Here's a nice Hulk book. And some more Hulk and Captain Marvel. Jack Frost Returns of Ice and Men versus the Hulk. Awesome. There's 233. Hulk books, honestly, and Hulk being my favorite character, I'm always surprised to see that the Hulk books, they actually have some of the least bit of value, they command the least bit of attention, but it's because the books themselves, I mean, when you think about Hulk, other than the big keys like Hulk 1 or 181, 180, 182, you know, Hulk books in general don't carry a lot of historic relevance in terms of characters, first appearances. There's not a lot. Got 3 of the same book here, Hulk 359. Thing, Wolverine and Abomination cover, but you know, Hulk books in general just don't carry a ton of relevance. That's the word I would use. They're mostly just filler story books rather than key significant books. A bunch more Hulk books here. 306. Here's an Uncanny X-Men book, and even a Cable #1. And so that's the first batch, 60 comics for $15 from a yard sale. All right, guys, this next batch of comics, this is an eBay lot. I've got a couple eBay lots coming up here. This one was a fun one. 27 comic books for $33. None of them are bagged and boarded, which is a little disappointing. But there's a lot of horror in here, and you guys can see for yourselves. So, Ghostly Tales. Here's a Haunted #1. That's a book I've never seen before, but really, really awesome cover art from Charlton Comics. Cheyenne, #97. Here's some Marvel horror. It's not in great shape at all. But Chamber of Chills #4. All these books are kind of rough, but you never know what you're going to find here. Lone Ranger comic book. Somebody kind of wrote 10 cents on all of these. Maybe they had their own yard sale at one point. There's Billy the Kid. Here's Haunted #4. This one's actually really clean. No writing on it. Gold Key Star Trek, with a couple of interesting things going on there on the cover. God's Smuggler. Not sure what's going on here, but I see the Soviet Union flag waving in the background. Richie Rich, Casper and Wendy, and that one's in a little rough shape. This one's a little better shape. Same book, a little better condition. Here's an awesome Weird War from DC Comics. Kind of war mixed with horror on that cover. And here's another Haunted #1. The Cross and the Switchblade. Never heard of it. Top Cat. Here's a Giant Archie 25-cent book, #82. A Star Trek, another Star Trek book. Here's another Top Cat. And a couple more Top Cats to end out that lot. 27 comic books for $33. None of them bagged and boarded, but some really good titles in there and really good categories. Horror, cartoon, a lot of fun stuff. This one we bought 8 comic books for $28. Let me know what you guys think of this batch. A Batman and Batgirl Detective Comics #389. Gentle Ben. 12-cent Richie Rich. Gold Key Hanna-Barbera Jetsons comic. Really awesome cartoon. This is kind of a big book. I don't know if this is a comic book, but Golden Special Summer Fun. Walt Disney Showcase book. There's another Gold Key. Dennis the Menace, 103. Jerry Lewis, #124. And wow, this is what I want to see in this batch. This was the Whitman Scooby-Doo, Hanna-Barbera Scooby-Doo Mystery Comics. This one, my favorite cartoon. Scooby-Doo is probably one of my favorite cartoons of all time. Awesome book. All right, guys, here's another eBay lot, and things will start to pick up here a little bit. For one, all of these comics are bagged and boarded, but this was a lot of 25 comic books for $30. I think this was probably the best batch that we got in terms of how much we paid for it. Monkeys, all new Love Diary, a Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea book, Ricky Nelson, the Beverly Hillbillies. It's not in great shape, but a 12-cent Dell book. This one was really cool, caught my attention. Charlie Chan, I don't know what number it is, but Charlie Chan, The Cat Burglar Strikes, and that's a pretty interesting cover there. I like that. Sea Devils, #25. Grand Prix. Here's some racing books. I love the covers on these. I love the cover art. I do love the vintage muscle cars. Dragon Wheels. Here's a Gold Key. Three Stooges. Follow the Sun. Never heard of it. I'm not sure what that is. Here's another one I never heard. Mike Shane, Private Eye. Anybody in the comment section want to fill me in on those titles? Man from U.N.C.L.E. Awesome book. Action Comics, #353. A nice 12-cent issue. Battle of the Gods. Action Comics, #350. It's in rough shape. Another one in rough shape, the Atom. I think that's number, what is that, 33 or 35? I can't quite tell. Justice League of America, 56. Justice League versus the Justice Society. Kazar, Lord of the Hidden Jungle, number 15. And number 16, he's going against the Claw there. Marvel Spectacular, The Mighty Thor, number 9. Captain Savage, number 17. That one's in nice shape. Supervillain Team Up, number 17, with the Cosmic Cube, also the Tesseract in our most recent MCU movies. And Marvel Tales, number 39. Spider-Man Doc Ock on the cover. So that was the other batch there. That was 25 comic books for $30. Let me know how we did there. Moving on to a stellar day at the flea market. Let me know what you guys think of everything. This lot came from one of our favorite vendors, Joey D. Sets up at the New Jersey Meadowlands Flea Market weekly. We got about 50 books here, I think. 50 books, and came out to $80 for the 50 books. So let me know what you guys think here. We'll go through them kind of quickly. Dazzler, number 32. X-Men 175. Detective Comics 611. Here we have a little run. Secret Wars 2, number 1. Number 2. 3. And 4. All of them in decent shape. Daredevil 283. Got a Roy Rogers comic book. 10-cent Army at War. I should say Our Army at War. 10-cent Star Spangled War Stories. The Avengers 275. That's a fun book. Gunsmoke. A couple of these Innovation Lost in Space number 1s. Pretty cool cover art there. X-Men Classic. Not sure what this is here. Scooby Apocalypse number 1. Looks like a Scooby zombie book maybe, but I'm not sure what that's all about. There's a Spectre number 1. Captain Marvel 1 of 5 and a little storyline there. New Mutants number 3. Uncanny X-Men 187. Captain Marvel 42. That one's rough. That one's pretty bad. The Outlaw Kid number 23. Here's the Ren and Stimpy show. Thor 382. Shazam number 1. The Shazam The New Beginning number 1. Thor 294. And there's a Warlock number 1. Johnny Quest Classics number 1. That's a cool cover. Fantastic Four 255. Got some G.I. Joe. Star Blazers number 1. Commandy, The Last Boy on Earth. Doctor Strange. Here's some more Joes. G.I. Joe 58 and G.I. Joe 42. The Flash 242. Another X-Men book there, 188. This one's a little toasty, a little water damaged, I think, also. Green Lantern, Green Arrow. Avengers 213. Justice League. Here's another Dazzler comic. Dazzler number 30. There's Justice League 224. Another Doctor Strange book. Jonah Hex, never heard of it. Dazzler 25. Justice League of America 205. Here's another Jonah Hex book. Spider-Woman number 21. Howard the Duck 21. It's a little rough up there, maybe a little water damage. And a copy of The Demon number 8. This next lot is a small one, only 4 books from a vendor at the flea market, but these 4 books ran us $100. So check out these. Doctor Strange 170. A Thor 148. Nice 12 center there. Here's another Thor 150. And Captain Marvel number 21. And guys, here's the last lot that I'm going to be going over. This was a stack of books in a tub from the flea market. The vendor originally wanted $2 a book, but we ended up buying the whole tub here, about 50 books, give or take a few, but the entire tub for $30. So I think it was a pretty good value buy. And let's see what we got in here one by one. Police Academy number 2. Devil Kids starring Hot Stuff. Here's a Hot Stuff number 150. Archie's Joke Book. Dennis the Menace. Jack and Jill, 1973. Here's Dennis the Menace with Frankenstein on the cover. Awesome book. Another Hot Stuff. Here's some more Hot Stuff. Good popular titles. They sell well. Secret Romance. Casper. Another Jack and Jill book. Some more Hot Stuff. Top Dog number 5. Here's a fun one. Flintstones, Hanna-Barbera's Flintstones. That's the Marvel Comics version. Those are always fun books to find. There's another issue of that Top Dog number 5. Fraggle Rock. Casper. Dennis the Menace. Dennis the Menace in London. There's a Madhouse, giant size. This one's rough. Probably wouldn't have gotten that if it wasn't for the whole lot. But A Strange Tale, Strange Adventures, number 143. The Mouse on the Moon. We got a stack here of some coverless stuff. Kind of just peel that off to the side. And then we got some rough books here, but a Casper, little Sad Sack, General, and a Archie Annual. Betty and Veronica. There's another one that's rough. Reggie, he's in rough shape. Jughead. Jughead 122. Betty and Veronica. Archie's Joke Book. There's another one. Dr. Solar. Sad Sack. Fox and the Crow. Alvin from the Chipmunks. Another Sad Sack. Laugh. Dagwood. And Pep. All right, guys, I hope you did enjoy the large variety of comic books, the mass quantity. Not everything in here was super exciting, but some really good stuff. We had everything from 12-cent, 10-cent books to, you know, some kind of more modern stuff of titles that I never heard before. But I think it was a really good day, or I should say a really good couple weeks, but a lot of buys at the flea market. Was really awesome. Wish I had it all on camera, but unfortunately I did not. Like I said, I'm still going through my replacing some technology, some broken stuff, some lost stuff. So there'll be more videos to come in the future. I do hope you guys enjoy this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.